coins. I have known Mike Nizak for several decades and have worked with him both at this network and elsewhere in the galaxy, if I can make another celestial analogy. But when I look at the price of this, Mike, and certainly we've already covered a little ground in terms of the historic relevance of the Silver Eagles and the collectability, but what's going on with this one? And hey, a big sale price, which you rarely get.
Well, yeah, no, there's nobody else on the planet that's putting American Silver Eagles, particularly proof Silver Eagles, on sale. I mean, we don't have that many. I think the quantity on this is maybe a couple hundred coins.
Yeah, it is actually. I think we're going to be dipping below 300 of it. Okay, well, we are already below 300.
That's
okay.
all we have in this. These are from 2020. It's the only reason. If I were to go into the market and buy these today, I'd be 249 or 279. I had 283. We found a couple boxes of them in the warehouse, and I said, let's do something we haven't done in a long time. People, let's take a look back. Let's look at the old design American Silver Eagle. That's that heraldic eagle, the way it looked for 35 years. This is the very last S-minted proof Silver Eagle in the heraldic design. Now, they did the design change in 2021, and they made a West Point minted proof Silver Eagle in the old design, but they did not make a San Francisco in 2021. The 2021 San Francisco was the new design, which of course is 100% sold out. So if you want the San Francisco mint, which they don't make every year, but have been pretty good about it for the last 10 years or so, if you want that, and if you want the last heraldic design, the last Type 1 design we call it, then that's what this coin is. And of course, since it's made at the San Francisco Mint, we have it in our exclusive San Francisco label there. And like I said, we ended up having about 300 of these left. We sold, I guess it looks like about a dozen and a half or so before we even started the show. To your point that people go to hsn.com. And I said, why don't we do this? Because, I know they've been in the warehouse for a couple of years, and we basically through us just overlooking them, in all honesty. Let's just put them at a price. I mean, in all honesty, at these types of prices, I mean, it's virtually wholesale land like that. I mean, the lowest price I can do a current year of issue is going to be $249, I think, $229, $249 in the most simplest label that we can possibly do. So this is $50, $60, $70 less than I can sell a current American Silver Eagle for. It's the last S-mint ever made by the United States Mint in proof Silver Eagles in the old design, in the heraldic design, the Type 1 design. So once again, of course, it was sold out 2 years ago. This was an instantaneous sellout 2 years ago that you have. And it's interesting, you can kind of see the differences in the Type 1 and the Type 2. Well, they left the design change on the Type 1 and Type 2. Like I said, we're not going to change the obverse design of it. They did sharpen that design up a little bit, particularly the lettering, particularly the date. Some of the things, the folds in Lady Liberty's gown and so on and so forth were sharpened up. So this is that old design, the heraldic eagle, the Type 1, the last of the S-mints that you're going to have here. And like I said, we didn't have to put it on sale, but $179.95 makes this really an absolute buy. It's by far and away, not even close, the least expensive proof American Silver Eagle that I can sell here at HSN.
Well, it absolutely is. And and that's why I keep, by the way, that sale price does not mean, it is still inclusive of our 30-day return policy. So it's not like an all sales final. And one other thing about that is we have a lot of coin dealers, to be perfectly forthright with you, who shop during our coin collecting shows because we do not limit quantities. And here's a good clear example of one that, maybe one's for you, maybe one's that you put away, maybe it's one, for the graduate, for the dad. I mean, if you are maybe considering like a legacy, a couple of pieces for yourself, this might be a really good opportunity for you because, as Mike already indicated, this is not happening in the real world, meaning nobody's putting a deep discount or a sale price on Silver Eagles. It's just not happening. So the fact that we have about 200, maybe slightly more than that, we have almost as many people calling as we do have quantities remain. I could pretty much bet we will not be able to spend the full amount of time that we have allocated on this. At least reserve yours and at least get it at home. And remember, those are interest-free payments at $59.98. So 741-288. And Mike, especially when we see a deep discount on something that does not need to go on sale, it's again kind of a crazy analogy that I've got, but my niece is having her first communion tomorrow, and she will be wearing a silver necklace that I actually gave her when she was born, for her baptism. And if that kind of puts the historic exchange of this, if that resonates with you, remember this this is a forever commodity. This is a forever gift. And certainly gifts and purchases come and go, but that silver necklace that she's gonna be wearing, you know, for her first communion tomorrow, it just, you know, it's still like a shiny new toy. It still has that brilliant resonance, and of course that emotional bonding. But, you know, people do get emotionally bonded to their coins. We always talk about how it's really an education in American history or history in general. And this is kind of that forever opportunity for somebody, despite the fact that it's on sale, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they call it precious metals for a reason. I mean, you know, and that's what we look at when we look at silver and gold. And like I said, when it says 1 ounce fine silver, that means pure silver. So the United States Silver Eagle is 99995 fine, which is also very important. Like I said, in terms of pricing, obviously we have great value here in terms of the lowest price Silver Eagle that we have available in everything. In all of hsn.com, this is the lowest price silver eagle. Now understand, usually if you get a sale price on a coin, it's based on the fact that the grade might be a little lower than what people are used to. Okay, that's not at all the case here. Please understand that. This coin is still certified perfect. Okay, still certified perfect. It just happens to be the very last SMint in the old design, the heraldic design ever made by the United States Mint. It also happens to be something that we found sitting in the warehouse after a year and a half. And it's like, you know, they come in boxes of 50. And so all of a sudden we see, what are these 6 unlabeled boxes? Well, as it turns out, they're 2020 SMint American Silver Eagles. So the 2022 SMint Silver Eagle that they're about to put out, which of course they'll make far more of than they made of this, that's already sold out from the United States Mint. Remember that. Remember, every proof Silver Eagle, every burnished Silver Eagle for the entire year is already sold out from the United States Mint. Now let's go back 2 years in time. Let's go back 2 years in time and see the very last heraldic eagle, a proof Silver Eagle made at the San Francisco Mint. And then, almost foolishly, we've put it on sale. I suspect we would have absolutely no issues or no difficulty of selling them out at $209.95. But heck, $179.95. I mean, 300 of them going to go out the door. I suspect we're if we're not under 200, we're close to it. And with everybody, and I know it can be a little busy on the phones, particularly when we're doing Silver Eagles. Please be patient, or of course, go to hsn.com for immediate access to our entire curated collection of coins.
Well, and remember, this is one of those, well, time is of the essence. It's just one of those opportunistic moments where we're not limiting quantities, strike while the iron is hot, because this is a going, gone opportunity. You know, in fact, I might even go so far as to say it's almost like we've been doing these weekly deal drops. I have a weekly deal drop with the final quantities on a Samsung Galaxy laptop coming up. But this is the kind of thing that might even fall underneath that bailiwick. But Mike is only able to secure, in most cases, unless he has a today's special, which I think, Mike, do you do 1 or 2 today's specials a year?
One a year.
1 a year.
Last year we did 2 because it was such a special year. But traditionally for decades we've done 1. January, New Year's Eve.
Okay, so Mike, just again, you know, based on the law of supply and demand, and you know what happens in the world and in the industry and in the category, really doesn't, you know, have the opportunity to do today's specials. So you might even want to look at this as, you know, I can't say necessarily categorically of this day only, but it's kind of close to that because it is only as long as supplies last. And with the final 200 that we have available, it is certainly well within your favor to reserve what we have left. So for $59.98, grab it and get it on your credit card, PayPal, any major debit card, Apple Pay. And then, you know, once you get it at home and hold it in your hand, if you decide for whatever reason you do want to return it, even though it's on sale, it is not an all sales final opportunity. It is, I mean, so you still get that 30-day return policy. So as Mike said, we are very, very busy. Call that number at the bottom of your screen. You might even want to load that app on your phone. That's how I do my shopping here at HSN, or go to hsn.com. You can even shop by remote. But do not wait until you see that little sold out banner on this. Because remember, Mike has about another hour and 20 minutes with me. And I would just about bet, because a lot of you I know listen to Mike and watch the presentation, I am pretty confident when I say either by the end of this hour or by the end of our 2 hours together, this in all likelihood will be gone. So don't let it pass you by. 741-288. And, you know, Mike, again, like you said, we did not, or HSN didn't have to put this on sale. It's just like another added benefit or opportunity for people to jump into coin collecting tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely, 100%. It's a way, if you haven't collected before, start kind of old school with the last of the old heraldic design, like to put into production by President Ronald Reagan, and then you can move forward from there. But the Silver Eagle is always, I think, the best place to start. Most popularly collected silver coin in the world today.
Absolutely. So again, do not hang up. We have yours for you as long as you are selecting it now. All right, we are moving along to when we talk about how coin collecting is really a snapshot